Welcome everyone. We are so thrilled to be here. It's our year-end show, Paul, right?
The year is wrapped up, and what we're going to do now is look back at some of those segments that we found particularly interesting.
We did quite a bit of traveling, and we had a good time meeting a lot of great people.
Great people, that's what makes this area, but lots of wonderful people who do really quite amazing things.
Absolutely. So I guess let's take a look.
Yep. Well, as soon as you enter the flower show, you know you're in a very impressive location. It is South Philly's biggest municipal park, and what a park it is. It's actually designed by Frederick Law Olmsted. His company designed over 100 parks throughout the US. In fact, our very own Nayag Park down in Scranton was designed by him. And look at this architectural feature. We've got to have a look at that. That has a massive, I don't know what you call it, a floral centerpiece underneath. So come on, let's have a closer look. Well, as you enter the temple, you can't help but notice those two great big urns on either side with these willows coming out the top. Fantastic. But what's underneath the actual classical temple is something quite spectacular. And it's only where you get in close like I am now, but you realize just what an amazing collection of plant. These are all orchids on the outside. We've got the same willow stems. They may be dyed, I'm not quite sure, but there's all kinds of dried plants in here and tropical stuff, eucalyptus leaves, roses everywhere.
We grow mostly black oil sunflower seeds that we harvest, but then we grow about 20 different varieties for the cut flowers.
Wow, wow. So let's pick some flowers, right?
Okay,
We can
yeah.
talk about them.
So I'm going to pick this girl right here.
All right.
Because she's just partially open, and she's going to last a long time for us. And as I pull her out, I'm going to shave off all of the greenery, because once we put her in the water, the leaves will suck up water, and I want the water to go right to the flower.
Gotcha.
So we're going to put her in there, and I'm going to grab this one. And this one's a red variety of the Pro Cuts.
That's
And the Pro
beautiful.
Cuts are nice because they last longer in a vase. They're bred specifically for the floral industry, so they're going to last longer, and they don't have pollen in them. So the sunflowers in our large fields have pollen. So
Okay.
these are a little bit better for them.
You literally have every candy that there possibly was, like for all ages.
Yeah, we have all the old-fashioned stuff. We have the candy buttons.
Yes.
Everybody ate the
paper.
We've got fruit stripe gum, satellite wafers, jelly fruits.
Oh my gosh, yep.
So we try and combine all the new stuff with the old stuff, and it's fun to see little kids come in and budget their money. And you know, when we were kids, we used to, you know, I have $1, this is what I can get.
Yes.
And then the older kids come in and they have just as much fun as the little kids, remembering all of the things that
Yes.
they used to get.
Well, today I've got a real treat for you. I'm down here just north of Bloomsburg at Bill's old bike barn. So Bill, tell me about this amazing collection. How did you start?
Well, it started back in 1970 when I opened up my little chopper shop. Then I started buying out old Harley dealers that was going out of business. And I ended up with so many parts I needed to liquidate them, so I started a mail order business. And it grew and grew, and after 52 years I ended up with 28 Harley dealers and about 50 custom shops, and it just keeps going. And I ran out of room, and then I needed to build a building for my collectibles, and here it is.
Now, it's not just bikes, as we mentioned. It's all kinds of like vignettes of barbershops, of musical shows. Why did you get involved in all that stuff?
Well, when I started my little museum, I knew right away I couldn't survive with just doing motorcycles. So if I'm going to have everybody come, I must have something for everybody.
My favorite finishing touch, which is the dirt after a
Yes.
great game, the ball's been hit, home runs,
The
dinged
oil from
up.
your hands.
Yes. So we're going to add that last finishing touch. So now we're going to go ahead and use the airbrush with the edible food coloring.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then we're just going to give it a spray gently in some spots just to add some of that wear and tear on the ball.
That looks so good. I mean,
Right?
you know, you'd think it looks good like this, but then when you add that extra layer, it's amazing.
It really is, because Like I said, rarely do you see a nice white baseball. So now I'm going to show you if you don't have an airbrush machine, because I know most people don't. I'm using an edible food powder, but you can use cocoa powder for your
fun.
brown. Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yes. So you just want to put a little in your lid and get a brush, a food safe brush, and you can just kind of brush on some of that
Yeah.
brown
Oh, look at
texture,
that.
and it
That's
just gives it
amazing.
a little of that extra wear and tear. Will dirty up your cookie here.
Yeah. We'll be back with more of Home and Backyard's Look Back at 2022.